What's good? It's your boy Mixtape Moth, and today I'm going to do a review of the new Elcamino EP entitled Sacred Psalms. Let's get to it. Elcamino is a Buffalo, New York rapper and Griselda affiliate. Now, if you aren't up on all of his solo material, in which he has a lot of, then you most likely heard him on Westside Gunn, Conway, and Boldy James projects before. It's interesting with Elcamino because at age 25, he seems to have a deep respect for traditional New York rap and boom bap. He's utilized that particular style a lot on his projects since stepping on the scene in 2017. However, he is able to switch it up and sing very melodic hooks, at times blending his street raps with these fully sung melodies. So he is very versatile in that sense. He can go in and out of both lanes, whether it's the Westside Gunn style of rapping or the wavier and melodic crooning associated with a Max beat. So on this new project, Sacred Psalms, Elcamino decided to experiment with more of the singing and harmonizing approach, and I gotta say, he sounds like a natural in this particular lane. Now, I suppose one could view artists like 50 Cent, Max B, Pimp C, and even Troy Ave as influences or fathers to Elcamino's style. I mean, Elcamino is obviously his own artist, but I can't help but detect their influences on him musically. On this new tape, Elcamino reunites with 38 Spesh. This is the second project that they have done together, the first being Martyr's Prayer from earlier in the year. While I liked the beats on that tape, I didn't particularly care for Elcamino's one verse song approach. The tracks felt severely underdeveloped as a result. 38 Spesh, at this point in his career in 2020, is highly sought after as a producer and rapper. He's had an extremely prolific last couple of years, and I feel his verses just keep getting more impressive with each feature. But with that being said, let me hit y'all with this track by track breakdown. Track 1, Hammers on the Hip, has a haunting backdrop. There are spooky keys and an eerie vocal harmony throughout. He states, I ride alone in a world of disloyalty, snitches and camera phones, TikTok and Rolex, gold-plated herringbones. There's a harmonized chorus that seems heavily Max B inspired. You already know the vibes. It's wavy and melodic with a hint of the Max B vocal inflection. I like how he's trying to give out some game to the youngins. I can teach a youngin a thing or two, but his mind gone. He focused on hoes, can't put down his iPhone. Now that's a jewel right there, because like Outkast said back in the day, you need to get up, get out, and get something. Track 2, the Avenue remix, has no rapping, rather just some crooning about the Avenue. He's singing about what goes down on the block. I like the dreary yet wavy keyboard melody. This one, however, feels more like an interlude than a complete song. The next track, Hold You Up, has a slowed down and trance-like beat. It's a creepy backdrop for sure. On here, he is giving us half-rapped, half-sung vocals. His flow and delivery is kind of reminding me of Domino's from back in the day. That is Ghetto Jam Domino, in case y'all are too young to remember. His harmonizing is so melodic that you almost forget that the lyrics on this track are pretty basic. It will have you bobbing your head because it is pleasant sounding, but I thought this particular hook was the best on the whole project. Track 9, Don't Know, has Elcamino rapping on the verse but singing on the hook. I like the shadowy boom bap beat from Spesh. It's gritty, but there's somewhat of that wavy flavor to it as well. This is a braggadocio track. Elcamino is reminding y'all that he's been about getting that bread, so I was kind of getting a 50 Cent vibe from this. Next up is Hustle Like Me. 38 Spesh laces Elcamino with a mysterious woodwind beat. This is sort of like a hustler's anthem. Elcamino makes it really clear that he's about chasing a bag, and of course, he is no stranger to getting it in hostile environments. There's a real dope boy / getting money type of energy to this record. After this is What I Be On. It's a hard-hitting beat with some synth horns. This Spesh production is very punchy. On the record, Elcamino is giving us some more tough talk, more drug dealing lines, and a lot more street imagery. I think it's safe to say that if you are a hustler or if you like drug dealing rap, then there's a good chance that you will relate to Elcamino and his music. Track 7, Camino Season, is a boastful street record with some eerie synth chords. He's basically declaring that Elcamino season has arrived, the wait is over. He states, "Don't put me in a casket, just burn my body to ashes and wrap my urn in Versace fabrics. Street beef was never my style, but we'll still let you have it." Then the last song, If You Want It, is basically a remix to the intro track from The Army of Trust 2. It contains the same Elcamino verse, the same beat. The only difference is that it now includes a verse from 38 Spesh. 38 states, "I'm clever and calm, and the beef don't settle until a member of your fam gone. Want to sleep but can't long, and the gun on the same nightstand that the lamp on. Robberies kept the camp strong. When we rob, everybody get on the floor like a dance song." 38 Spesh's wordplay and slick talk is on another level. He's got to be the best producer on the mic in 2020. Overall, I give this EP a rating of 3.5 mics. It's kind of hard for me to rate short projects like this, but I thought it was a cool and solid tape for Elcamino to close the year out with. It doesn't have overly creative songwriting or mind-blowing bars, just basic street level imagery that's rapped or sung in a sonically pleasing way. You know, this is more so for the hustlers, dope boys, or fans that like that style of music. Production wise, it's a nice merging of the two styles, traditional boom bap and melodic rap, or I guess you could say melodic crooning. So I think Elcamino bridges that gap quite nicely on this EP. Now, obviously I would have preferred more songs with more than just one verse, but I still felt this project was more complete than Martyr's Prayer. It feels like Elcamino is still testing the waters. He hasn't put out a full-length studio album yet, but at his current trajectory, when he decides to, I think he will be a force to be reckoned with. My favorite tracks include Hammers on the Hip, Hold You Up, What I Be On, and Elcamino Season. Let me know what you thought of this EP in the comment section below. What should I check out next? It's your boy, Mixtape Moth. I'm signing out, but be sure to hit that like button and please subscribe. As always, it's peace and blessings. Elcamino, 38 Spesh, Sacred Psalms 1.